I need to reorganize my yarn stash, because this is no longer viable. This used to be everything that holds my yarn, but now I also have this, and I also have one whole cabinet in my attic just for storing crafting business. And yeah, let's talk about the plan of action. So let's talk about the different categories. I have my sock yarn currently in here, partially back there, and the leftovers are partially in here, partially upstairs. I mainly use them for emotional support chickens or colorwork socks, but I don't knit enough colorwork socks to justify having this many leftovers. The second category is my filet crochet thread or lacework thread. I have a little collection at this point, and upstairs in my attic cabinet I want to make half of a shelf just dedicated to that, to free up some space in some of my other storage. And then we have bigger yarn amounts still sealed or could be resealed, and those will also go upstairs to the attic to be stored there. And then I also have yarn for specific projects or designs. I want to put those into bags and then also upstairs to the attic so that they are separated from my hobby yarn. Let's call it that. So that it's separated into work and hobby. And yeah, while doing this, I will also sort through the yarn and see if I still want to use it or if I can give it away or sell it to people in my knitting classes or knitting friends of mine. So yeah, let's get started. The first step is definitely to pack everything that's supposed to go to my attic. Today is one of the first days below 25 degrees in a hot minute, so I will be airing out my attic, and also I can wear a sweatshirt. I do love all of my summer clothing, but being in a sweatshirt in either short sweats or long sweats is just my default clothing at home. So today is a great day. I'm just gonna take one of my bigger, more stable plastic bags. Fun fact, I used to work at TK Maxx as my first proper job as an adult during uni. So I do have quite a lot of these bags because they fit exactly one load of laundry. And when I didn't have my laundry machine close to my apartment as I do have now, these were a lifesaver. So let's start with the filet crochet yarn. This is stuff I ordered. Let me tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing. Welcome to the pile of shame. So, beginning of this year, I think, I separated all of my fluff and my filet crochet stuff into this bin. But, as I said, all the filet crochet yarn is going upstairs now. Oopsie. And I'm also thinking about doing a video of all of the filet crochet projects I have planned. Because if everything goes to plan, most of this yarn will get used in like the next year. That is way more yarn than I expected. And I was pretty confident that it was all going to fit into this bag. And I have way less fluff than I thought. This was actually a project I started with the filet crochet yarn before I got into filet crochet. It is like an MDF board with holes in there, and I wanted to crochet a basket onto it with the yarn. But now I really need to separate the last ball and assess if I still want to use this for something, or if I can donate it somewhere, or use it, or give it away. Because it really hurt my knuckles, to be honest. Who are you, and can I still finish you? think I need to throw this away. Because the yarn is really annoying. And I think I started this based on a pattern. But I don't know the pattern anymore, and I don't think I have the exact shade of this gold yarn anymore. I'll put it to the side for now. I need to cut this off. And then we just have fluff in here. So, since it's not a lot of fluff, I will find a different place for it and see what other things I can store in this, because this fits perfectly into my shelving unit. And I do have yarn to sell in that box behind me. So maybe I can finally get rid of the box, put it all in here, sift through it, and then I have finally space to put the second shelving unit that's currently in my basement there, because I want that for business stuff. Yeah. But first things first, let's bring this upstairs and organize it. Welcome to my attic. As soon as I start putting stuff into the cabinet, I will open up my windows because it's still a bit warm in here. But these are just basic IKEA cabinets, and basically half up here is empty, half up down here is empty, and sock yarn is over there. And yeah, let's get to organizing. Also, I'm currently listening to the Wuthering Heights audiobook because I couldn't stand reading Joseph's paragraph in the book just to discover that he's really quiet in the second part of it. So yeah, I have like 2 hours left and will be listening to this while organizing. So, as you can see, it is all now stacked. I have the multiples in the back. These 2 are Christmas. This is also Christmas. And this is just like random small ones. But this bag is even smaller stuff. Yeah, I got gifted from my parents for Christmas, and this will just stay in the bag right here. And yeah, first part done. And all the sealed up yarn will go on this shelf. On the left here are a couple boxes of crochet amigurumi sets that I'm slowly working through. I have finished a couple this year and I'm currently working on another one. So hopefully by the end of the year this shelf will be empty with the amigurumi sets and I just have like stored yarn in here. So let's get the yarn. So let's go through these. These are Filcolana Anina and are part of a design I'm currently working on, where I highly overestimated how much yarn I will need. So I will be storing them up here unless I need more of them. And this is just a sport weight dark blue melange yarn. And not 100% sure what I will do with it, but I got it on a really good deal. Same for this one, it is Schöller und Stahl Fortissima, and I just really loved the colorway. And this is for the Rory Gilmore sweater. It is 20 boards of Drops Nepal, and And yeah, I will have to wait to cast it on. So until then, I'll put it down here because it's too chunky. These can go here. And these are the 5.5 leftover balls of Filcolana Peruvian Highland wool that I have from my Dagmar zipper sweater. And I might be using them in a future design, but I currently do not have fixed plans for them. And until then, they will live up here. I know it's not the neatest setup, but this is more functional than I've had it downstairs. And that is all that counts, because I've had all the freed up space up here for quite a while. And because of the heat waves we've had this summer, I've barely spent any time upstairs. So yeah, as soon as I saw the weather forecast for today, I was like, today is the day to organize all the yarn. I just have my sock blockers up here. I will take them downstairs because it's gotten really annoying to have to go upstairs every time I need one. And yeah, just getting rid of the rubbish, but I have a rubbish can right here. And that was way quicker than expected. It is definitely cooler downstairs still. I think I will put all the rest of organizing my yarn stash into a second part, but we freed up a lot of space, especially on this shelf over here. And if that box is gone and all the yarn can go in there, fluff back in there, that will make so much more space in my office. So yeah, I'm gonna drink something cold now and then probably continue the organizing tomorrow because it's still gonna be cold then. See you then.